afternoon. Sarah here. Welcome back. First time doing this type of video. It's swatching, done that before. But you'd have seen by now, a video came out. My daughter is really taken to fountain pens. She's quite obsessed with them. It's a bit moody, the lighting, isn't it? It's sunny outside. Do we think that's annoying? Let's turn the light on. Fix it in post, as they say, because that didn't do much. I don't know if you saw How Beautiful's. Oh, can I turn on the side? How Beautiful's my mug. HK Home and Living, I think it's called. In Melbourne, they have this range of like 70s inspired ceramics, and my partner got me a mug set for Christmas, and I always have half drunken cups of tea because once it goes like warm or cold, I can't drink it, which you'll see in like 5 minutes, but I just think it's the perfect size. So circling back to, she's become quite obsessed, and we were chatting the other day, and I kind of said to her, like, if you could have your own ink colors, what would they be called? What would they feel like? Etc. So I've done 5 of them that I'm going to swatch for you in here, but I want to kind of show you the process. And as I kind of went along with it, I got a little bit more confidence. So I thought we could actually do the last one together. So if I put this to the side for a little bit, basically the way it started was, all right, what's it called? What color is it? Etc. I'm trying to embrace this notebook as like, it might not be perfect all one thing. It's not it's fountain pen friendly paper, but like it has bled a little bit. But anyway, I'm just embracing it. So this is like, I made a mistake, but we're okay with that. This is how it started. She gave me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 suggestions. And then some explanations, how it would feel if it was a certain color. And for 1, 2, 3 of them, I put that into ChatGPT with what my ink collection is. As a side note, people love Fountain Pen Companion. I'm really struggling with it. I'm finding it really clunky. So I've actually been kind of creating my own Google sheet, and I got ChatGPT to help me kind of create some little scripts to go along with the sheet to kind of like get hex code colors and automatically move things once they were archived and stuff like that. If you want to have a look at it, let me know in the comments and I can send you the link or share it, whatever. So I kind of put that in there, said like, this is what I have, this is what I don't, So the 6 inks that she gave me were Gorna, Mex, Purple Sings, Pink E, and Wash Your Face with Orange Ink. So have started here, and we'll come back to this at the end. These ones have their mixes already, but then, see, this is what I mean, because then I've started doing like a different way. I haven't actually posted anything about this. I've been thinking about ways that I want to think about my pen collection and stuff. And I actually went with Gemini for this one because I think it's a bit more creative, and it gave me some poems, and then I just kind of wrote how I make it feel. But then down the end here, with the Wearingle swatch sheets, it was kind of my process of how it went. So I think what I'm going to do is, what am I going to do? Yeah, this is what I'm going to do. The first one that she asked me to create was an ink called Gorna. Now, what is Gorna? Or more importantly, where is my blotting paper? I swear I just had it.
3 hours later.
I'm back. The first one she asked me to create is an ink called Gorna. The directions were that it should be light gold, but not gold, and that I needed to make it sparkle. So this is what I came up with, and now I'm not gonna, yep, got it. I don't know if I should, all right, so for Gorna, I'll show you what it looks like finished, and then I will bring my little Wiringle thing that I've just stuck into the book to show it to you. And the creation of this is, like the parts of ink and stuff is, ChatGPT created. More in there. My mum says to me the other day, I'm very happy that you've started making videos again, and I like watching them. But can you please write bigger? So I shall try. Mother, I shall try. I feel like the bigger I write, the messier it gets. I don't know if anyone else has that experience. So as a reminder, like gold, but not gold, but make it sparkle. And this is what I came up with. She has seen this one. She asked it to go into a pen immediately. So I bring that up close. There is some shimmer in there. I don't know if it's catching it in the light, but that is the first one. So what did I use to make this up? Oh, I'm gonna have to like zoom in and out, hey. This is what it is here. So Gorna is 2 parts Robert Oster Honeybee, 1 part Pilot Iroshizuku Inaho, and 1 part Tono and Lin's Nozomi. Now, when I swatched this here, I actually forgot to shake the Nozomi bottle, so there's nothing there. There is shimmer there, if it can be seen or not. The shimmer particles in the Nozomi ink are super, super, super fine. It's more of like a hint, which I actually prefer. Like it really has to catch the light, but it's not super obvious. However, it has passed the 5-year-old's ink test. She approved. And now that that's had a minute or so to dry, I'll bring that up back up again. That is Gorna. The next one I needed to create is one that's called Mex. Now, her favorite ink by far is this one here. It's Pannonia, their collaboration with Amarillo Rosa Mexicano. So her prompts for Mex were a very dark blue that would be nice and good with Rosa Mexicano. I'm just trying to move so I can get the light in a little bit. So this is what eventuated. I don't know if I've got stuff on my hands. Ooh, that was a lot of ink, wasn't it? Where's my little, found it. It's really weird weather today. Also, I signed up to Discord because I see a lot of people like Discord. I don't know if I like it. I don't know. I don't, maybe I'm not cool enough. Too old, you know? Now, I don't know if it's super obvious there. It's a wet ink, and it's almost though like you know when inks are like wet and thick? And that is, in my opinion, definitely because of what the base of it is. That's Mex, which I think is, has kind of that thicker quality to it. So this was the makeup for Mex. So that's Mex there on the Warringal compared to it on the Tomoe River. Mex was 3 parts Pen BBS William Shakespeare. And it's interesting because when it dries down, like it almost has a bit of a shading quality, but when it's wet, it feels thick on the pen, which I actually don't really like, to be completely honest, but there you go. Then it was 1 part Konpeki from Pilot Iroshizuku, and then 1 part Diamine Eclipse. And then that is what we finished up with there. Now, the next one is controversial in our household because the version I'm going to swatch is actually not what my daughter wants it to be finished up with. You'll see in a second I did one. I actually added some of the Tono & Lin's Nozomi back in to make it a bit yellower and have some shimmer, but I'm going to swatch what it was originally purely because I prefer it. So the next ink is called, well, if I do it with the tone, it's called the original prompt being light green, the main prompt being like a green T-Rex sticker that makes you scream, ah! Now, the sticker, she was specifically pointing to was this one there on my son's notebook. You know, if you look at that sticker, you scream, ah, go for gold. So this is my preferred version. No, for me that kind of has that like reptilian quality to it. It's kind of a bit weird almost on the paper there. That's okay. So I'll just do the writing sample. I feel like I do a different number of H's every time. So if I bring you over then to my little science book, it's Birmingham Pen Company's Banana Slug, 3 parts, Platinum Citrus Black, 1 part, and Konpeki, 1 part. That's the one that you've seen there. I was just playing around, and so then I did another swatch of it there and added 3 drops of the Tono & Lim's Nozomi, so the not consistencies, the what's the word I'm looking for? The amounts, whatever. It's not scientific, obviously. I mean, none of this is, but I don't know. There's something about that bit that makes it feel more, like reptilian to me. And with this one, I actually put a few more prompts in with ChatGPT, and it was talking about, I think it actually was like, Platinum Citrus Black will be your secret ingredient for this one, as it, brings that dinosaur-like quality to the whatever. As it dries, I don't know if you can see on the Tomoe River the sheen of the Konpeki coming through, which I think is really cool. If I bring that up again. There you go. So after those two, I then got, I guess I got a bit more confident is really the way to think about it. And so instead of getting ChatGPT to give me suggestions of inks, I thought about doing a bit more of just pulling ones out that I connected with what she'd said to me and then coming up with something myself. So I have 2 more in that setting. And here's my thing, Mum. I did it bigger, but now I'm not going to get all of them. I'm not going to get all of them on the page. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pause these three, and I'm going to write down here as guided by ChatGPT, because then the next ones are what I did, and then they can have their own page as well. So watch this space, I think. I'll be back. All right, full disclosure, I got impatient and couldn't wait. So I've just put like a tiny piece of paper towel there, because patience is not something I can do. Let's go with. So the three left, there was Purple Sings Beautiful, Wash Your Face with Orange Ink, and Pink E. The next one I'm going to show you is Wash Your Face with Orange Ink, and writing the name's going to be hard because it's a really small sample. I actually don't know if people outside of Australia know Peter Combs. He was a kid's singer. Like, I listened to him growing up. And he does like kind of funny songs, and Google him. I'll see if I can put a picture up. But one of his like most well-known songs is called Wash Your Face with Orange Juice. My dad played it to my daughter, probably like 6 or 7 months ago now. And actually my son too. And they became obsessed. And there is many a car ride, if it's not Beyonce, if it's not Ophelia from Taylor Swift, or Opalite, and if it's not K-pop Demon Hunters, it is Wash Your Face with Orange Juice. So Wash Your Face with Orange Ink. She was very proud of herself when she said that, because I was like, that is such a great ink name. So my thought process behind the colors that I chose were, in a lot of the photos of him, you'll see he's holding an acoustic guitar, and it's that real kind of like orangey, woody color. And I wanted to bring some of that out. I wanted something that did look somewhat artificial, because I think about, I know, like the juice that you get in the aisle of the supermarket, like it's not fresh and it can just last forever, and it's that neon-esque orange. And then something else to just, bring some things out. So this is the color that I ended up with. Get that on there. It's gonna obviously take me a bit longer to write because it's got more words in it, obviously. So I don't know, if you want to have a guess what it's made up of, because you can do the comment where you like timestamp the comment, so do that now. But also, does anyone know that song? Wash your face with orange juice, do 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 do. Clean your teeth with bubble gum. Fix the fence with sticky tape. So this is called What? No. Put some more ink on there. When Mr. Clickety came, played a silly game. All the kids in the street, they have to do the same. It's very catchy, I must say. Wash your face. Or even more niche, what's your favorite Peter song? Orange. Ink. So this is what I came up with. I'll bring it up closer. And these are my workings out. So the first thing I kind of wanted to think about, I should have just done this first. Now, how about I zoom in? What I wanted to think about was that acoustic guitar, that wood color I was thinking about. And I just wanted to swatch that and think about it. And I put some Diamine Summer Sunset down. That actually hasn't ended up in the final mixture. I think it's too brown, but I kind of liked it there as a reference. I was pretty confident I wanted to use Monteverde Mango Mousse for a couple of reasons. It's got that kind of fake orange juice vibe that I was talking about. I also don't have a lot of oranges. And I just liked, the Kitty Ink Pot, A Certain Love Story, really just the title of it, like my kids just have this love affair with this one song, and I like the fact that I loved it as a kid. So for this one, it was like, the color, I was like, it should work, and I liked the name. So this is a little bit more kind of process. So then the first mixture I did is this one here, and that is 3 parts A Certain Love Story, 1 part Mango Mousse. I felt like something was missing from it. I think it had it was in the right direction, but I wanted something like an element of something being a bit punchier in there. So then I was like, I wonder what Colorverse Martian. Oh, I didn't even write Martian in there because I spelled Colorverse the Australian way, not the American way, but it's actually spelled like that. Martian. And so I just did a swatch of that there and then put it into the mixture I had. And then that's what we've now seen in front of us. So this is 3 parts A Certain Love Story, 1 part Mango Mousse, 1 part Martian. When I'm saying parts, I mean, I probably should have used more because like this is going to be really hard to write with, but I was just doing like drops. So that is what I came up with there. And this is, so no prompt help at all. That's just me and my thinkings and everything else. And I quite like that one. The next one, I'll change the format and show you this next because why not? It's actually across 2 pages as well. Is what she wanted for Purple Sings Beautiful. This is the example of me just trying to accept that I don't get the aesthetics of everything always right, and I don't follow because, the first couple of ones I then wrote it in the ink color, and then this I didn't, and this I forgot completely, and I was like, okay, I'll write it underneath, and then it's bled through. This is what I'm gonna do next. I'm gonna do K-pop Demon Hunters for her, but I haven't started. I've just been thinking about it and getting she doesn't know it's for ink, but like her ideas and then me thinking about things, but haven't started that. But there you go, sneak peek. But yes, it bled through, but so a previous me would have been like, I need to start the whole thing again, or I need to paste those pages together. And I'm just trying to move on from that and just be okay. So Purple Sings Beautiful, the prompt was, what did she said something like being at a concert, I think is what she said. It feels like going to a concert. So for some reason straight away, I really wanted Yamabudo in there. I just think it's such a beautiful ink. So I always kind of had that in the back of my mind. And then I just thought about some other interesting purples that I had. So up the top here, we have Monteverde DC Super Show Violet. It's got the word show in it, show, concert. It's not more complicated than that. See, I told you I'd forget my tea. Told you. Then we've got Yamabudo from Pilot Iroshizuku. I've always really loved this ink and I haven't used it in ages, which is Vinta Ink's Cult Pens Papaya Lavender. So then the first mix I did is this one here. It is 1 part Yamabudo and 1 part lavender. I actually really like that, and is probably the version I would go with, but I ended up doing something a bit different. Then I wanted to see what Super Show Violet was like with the Pilot Iroshizuku ink. So then this one is 1 part Super Show Violet, 1.5 Yamabudo. And then I thought to myself, it's a concert. We've watched the NFL halftime Cowboy Carter, 1,500 times, and that's me being conservative. Concerts have a bit of pizzazz. They have a bit of sparkle. I really don't have many shimmer inks at all. It's not something I use in pens. I don't like it. But I do have this one from Dream Ink, which is Witch Hunting, which is like a blue-gray with a pink shimmer. So then I took the Yamabudo Papaya Lavender and added Dream Ink Witch Hunting into it. And didn't feel like I got enough of the shimmer through. So then I thought, okay, I'm gonna try again. And what I ended up with was this down here. I'll bring it up closer in a second. So my Purple Sings Beautiful is Witch Hunting 1 part and Yamabudo half. And I hope you're seeing it in the light, but the pink glitter shimmer, pardon me, really does come through. And then the sheen of the Yamabudo has almost gone into like a black. And I really like that. I probably prefer without the shimmer, but for her, I think that's actually come up really well. So I was quite happy with how that ended up, to be honest. So I'll show you what it looks like on this paper. This is going to be really hard. Like, this is literally the amount of ink I have. So how I write will be an experiment between you and I. But I believe in us. And I'm not remixing it, so we don't have another option, do we? I'll mix it up when she... I don't know, this shimmer, like, for this this Witch Hunting ink, like, really sticks to the bottom of all the vials. Like, even the sample vial I got of it, like, I almost had to like bang the vial to like dislodge the shimmer, if that makes sense. But what was I saying? Oh, I will ink it up when she's ready, you know, to finish up with the inks. She has 2 pens currently inked. So this is what we ended up with. I do really like the base of it, I have to say. Beautiful. I think this may end up being quite a long video. All right, we got this, Sarah. Let's try like pouring a drop of ink onto a nib, and I didn't get any on me. I have to say, I don't know if you can see that, it looks beautiful on the actual nib there. So this is, whoop. See, when I write bigger, I just feel like I don't have as much control, like the pressure, I don't know. And maybe that's something I just need to practice with this specific schnib. Purple Sings. Beautiful. Obviously, it's not an even amount throughout. You can see the sings. I didn't redip for that word, but it might give you an idea of what it could look like in a drier pen. So that is that. I'll bring it up close, and then we're going to get into the science of the situation. I wonder if I can take that off now. So these are the ones that I created. These ones with ChatGPT's help. These ones just kind of guiding myself, making connections and things like that. Which means you and I, dear listener, which just reminded me something, that quote, have one more to do. And that is pink E, which is, the prompt for that was dark pink. Very, very dark. So I pulled some inks out to just start thinking and exploring, and thought maybe we could, do one together. The first thing I put them in a little snaplock bag, and I'll tell you, not that, that's random. I'll tell you kind of what I was thinking. The first one I pulled out absolutely was Rosa Mexicano, because it is her favorite. a pen friend of mine who sent me the most amazing pen package, or happy inky mail, whatever you want to call it. Maybe like 4 years ago now. Sent me this one. It's such a beautiful ink. She sent me another Pannonia Amarillo collaboration with this one. That was a blue Azul, I think it was called, but I've used that. This I stopped using for a while because I thought it was so amazing, but I'm not really thinking like that anymore. So I was like, you know what? I think this needs to be part of it, if not the base. That one's kind of in there for me. Some others that I then pulled out, I was thinking about what's pink, what's dark, what's related to pink. So I pulled out Bungu Box Ink of Naotora. It's a really, really dark red that has a pretty cool sheen. I don't know if sheen's kind of where I want to go with this one, but we really only have kind of one real sheening ink here. So it's such a beautiful dark red. I thought that could be an option. I've got Petra from Pen BBS, which is like a super dark burgundy. Japanese Morning Glory, which is also Pen BBS. Looking, maybe they're not exactly right. I've got Begonia Reflection, which I think is what I'd think about as like a super dark pink. Mist Shrouded Waves, which is, again, I'm trying to think of what do we think of as pink and really dark. So I think I'd probably want to swatch at least one of those two. See, that's quite similar. Even as I do this again, maybe not. And then, this one. This is a Pen BBS one, number 577, which is Zifu. And it almost has like an opaqueness to it. I'm not sure if there's a different like kind of quality in this ink, but it had that kind of, I don't know, it was kind of interesting. So I thought I'd think about that as well. So to start with, why don't I start with the Pannonia, and I'll put some other inks next to it and we can just kind of see how we go. Now, some people might be like, yeah, it's not pink, it's fuchsia. Sure, totally, not arguing with my 5-year-old. I know better than that. This is what she associates with pink, and aside from that, loves it. Like, remembered this ink and asked, was the ink that she wanted in her pen, asked for Mex to go along with it. So I like the idea of bringing that into this pink color. And I don't know what I will do when that sample vial is finished, because it's not an ink that's available here. I think the next one I want to swatch is the Mist Shrouded Waves to get some of that dark muted pinky brown in there. And I mean, I know absolutely nothing about how inks put together and things like that. And I don't really know anything about color theory either. This is purely exploration and stuff like that. But in my mind, who knows if this is true or not, the saturation of the Rosa Mexicano for me in my head is like, will push through. So if I add, like, that's almost like my base. And then, yes, this is like brown, but I don't know if you can see the little bits of the orangey pink chromo shading coming through, so that like won't overpower in my head. We shall see. So this is I want to show you that as it dries. It's really beautiful, that ink, I think. And then let's go with Zifu, I think. And then we can think about what we want to play with first. Just kind of looked cool in the vial is really the reason I chose this. Bit more, I guess, of thought process behind the first two, but I don't know, that's a very, very dark pink, isn't it? A thick ink as well. It's just like, even with, I just rinse it out in water, it's like sticking to the vial. And this is where it really comes through that I have no idea what I'm doing. Number 577. So we have a few ways to go about this. Maybe I'll put this here and this here. And I think I want to try those two together. Maybe this ends up being an ink that's just a mix of two colors. So totally scientific. Anyone who says otherwise is absolutely wrong. I'm going to completely blank. It's gone. So I'm going to put, if I do 2 parts this, let's say that 1 part is 3 drops. So I'm going to put 6 drops in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They were quite small drops, but maybe I need to put more. Let's say 6 drops is 1 part because they were tiny, tiny drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. I just remembered it was in one of Maria's videos and she was like, "You're entitled to your opinion, and if you're watching this, you're all entitled to mine." Something like that. I was like, I think I commented, I was like, this needs to be the tagline of your videos. That I just thought that was such a fantastic off-the-cuff comment. And that's what I was trying to think about when I blanked of, you know, my direction, that this is purely scientific. So then that was 2 parts Rosa Mexicano. Did I just do the wrong one? No. That's, yep. And then I want to put the Misshrouded Waves in. And we'll do 1 part of this. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's stuck to the side of it. Interesting thing about trying to do these tiny drops of ink is even just seeing how it comes out of the needle point is interesting, because some want to kind of glob, some glide really easily. It just kind of helps me learn about inks more and more. Now, do you know what the thing's going to be? I'm not going to know where the lid is for this vial. I didn't want to risk it. I actually went and found the lid. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake a booty. All right, so this is what we have created thus far. God, it doesn't look like the mist shrouded has really come up much. Yeah, it doesn't really get a look in, does it? All right, so what I'm going to do first then is I'm just going to say Rosa, and look, that's my thumbprint down there, Mexicano. What do we say? 2 parts. Mist Shrouded Waves, 1 part. Now, before adding in the Zifu or anything else, I actually want to just see what happens if I add in, if I do equal 2 parts each. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When Mr. Cookie. I'm filming this on a Friday. So let me know what this is released on a Friday, who knows when it'll be released. I'd love to know what your weekend plans are. My weekend plans, I don't have my kids this weekend, but tomorrow night, so Saturday night, the in-laws are meeting for the first time. I'm not married, just my partner's parents and my parents and us. We're all going out for dinner. They're going to meet each other for the first time. I've obviously met them a few times. They've met the kids, and my parents have met my partner, but the two sets of there's a Hebrew word called machatonim, and that's like your in-laws, but I was going to say the machatonim have not met. It's still missing something, so it's really not this ink's just the Mistrouted Waves is really not having a look in. So that's Rosa 2 parts, and every time I keep putting my fingers there, hey. But look, it makes it interesting. And this is where I wish I could do this live, because I'd be like, should I add a blue? Do I add the zifu in? What do we think I should do? Let's go with the zifu, because I feel like if I add in a blue or add in a purple, it's going to make it too purple. I want it to be almost like a pink burgundy is where my head's going. That has, you know, she said E at the end of it, and I was like, should I underline it and do an exclamation point? She said yes, and I was like it's got oomph. So I kind of want to get that in there somehow. Let's just do 1 part, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I was like, do I do half? Do I do this? I was like, let's just do it. Otherwise, it's a whole other page. All right. Oh, it looks nice in the vial. And if we're not happy with it, maybe I can show it to the boss and get some feedback. But really that Rosa Mexicano is just really dominating. So, I don't mind that. Okay. I think we're getting closer. I'll just write that in there. Mist shrouded waves, 2 parts, and I'm thinking about going rogue. Do I do it? Comment below if you think I should go rogue. Do I go rogue? Do I go rogue? Do I go rogue? Do you know what? I'm gonna go rogue. Give me a second. I'm gonna go so rogue. Okay. I don't want to add in a purple, but I do want it to be a bit darker. So this is what I'm thinking, and I just had a half sheet. I'm gonna try it and see. I'm not even gonna take some of the thing out, so if it stuffs up, it stuffs up. But I'm gonna add, timestamp your comment if you know what this is. Ready? It's Earl Grey. And I thought of this one because on some paper, it almost can go a bit pinky purple. So I feel like its makeup is living in the, oh, am I completely wrong? And it actually goes a bit, it doesn't go pinky purple. That's not what I meant. It has a warmth to it. That's what I'm trying to say. And I think I'm gonna start with just adding a half. So I'm gonna do 3 drops. 1, 2, 3. And then if we're happy, we'll do it. And if not, we can make it a 1 part. Let's say the comparison, that to that. God, you can't really tell, can you? All right, I'm gonna go, I did 3 drops, which is half a part. Just for fun, let's go 1.5. So I'll do another 6 drops because 3 makes it 1, 3, 1, 2, 3. And after this, I may just give up and start all over again. So that was the mix. So that was Earl Grey added 0.5 parts. And now I've done the 1.5. When I was in year 10, my math teacher, who was a see you next Tuesday, or see you in the Northern Territory, and that's an objective opinion, told me that I was not going to pass year 10 math. Oh, it's gone too purple. No. And that I was going to basically be a disappointment to my family. And I got 51% on my final exam, which is all I needed to pass. And I remember being very happy with myself. So this was, why did I bring that? Oh, math, not my strong suit, hence all of this. This is Rosa Mexicano, 2 parts. Mist Shrouded Waves, 2 parts. Earl Grey, 1.5 parts. Oh God, this is a long video. We've gone a bit awry. What I didn't do you know, maybe that's, I need to rethink this. Remember before when I was like, because that one, Rosa Mexicano, is so much more saturated. It'll hopefully be the base. I wonder if I thought about that in the wrong way because it was going to be too overpowering. And then shift. So I just want to quickly swatch this. I wonder if I went about it the wrong way. So this is Kitty Inkpot Fluffy Wool Ball, which is a great name. And the chroma shading there is pink. Oh my God, did you see how much I just got on the table? Fluffy. Is it Fluffy Get Wool Ball, not Ball of Wool? Good thing is, because I am a parent of young children, I always have baby wipes in reach. So that's got a blue. Blue and pink's gonna go purple. Think, Sarah, think. I think what I want to try is, okay, I think that's wrong. I want to do a base of the Zifu because my interpretation, like we would call a very dark pink a burgundy. I don't know if she knows that word. I'm going to do 2 parts of that. 4, 5, 6. And then do half a part of the Mexicano. Do I have the right lid? Because maybe it's actually about, because it's powerful. I don't know. I'm totally making this up. This is literally just how it's working in my brain. But I'm going to do half of this, which maybe ends up becoming 1 part. But that was 2 parts Zifu. Oh, I've done the wrong floss. Wrong lids. All right, put that one aside. Yeah, that's just gone too blue. I've noticed with that ink muddler I have, this may be watered down. I didn't, oh well, too late to go down. It can crease the page if I don't have enough ink on it, especially on like paper like this. It's a little bit better on the Tomoe River. Okay, I think that's better. And I think I don't make it a full part, because then I'm going to think I'm going to have that same issue that it's going to shift it back. But it's taken the depth of that pink and added some of the fun one into it. Do we think that is a dark pink? Very, very dark. I kind of like it. I think I'm going to go with it. I love that I'm like stressing out about making ink mixtures based on prompts from a 5-year-old. But there you go. That is Zifu, 2 parts. And when I was like setting myself, I paused and started up again because I was like, I want to actually get this done. And I was trying to think, that's when I was, so there was probably like a 5-10 minute gap. And I just was thinking about, I do think my thoughts of those original first ones I was swatching was right. But I think we've got it. So that's what I'm going to do for Pinky. This was kind of how we got there. So let's finally put it into here. And then I can finish this because, whoa, what a long video. And I won't, but I'll put in elsewhere. I kind of was writing what the parts were. Oh, I'm stressed. This is I would love, do you know what would be really cool to add into this? A black shimmer. That, I reckon, would make it perfect. I can't do that. I don't just have shimmer lying around. But I reckon that would make it chef's kiss. So this is called Pink. Pinky. And there we have it. I think it's going to be like an hour-long video. So 6 inks for the child. Now, some of you may be going, what about our poor son? Doesn't he want it? And I said, I can make you some, bud. What colours do you want? And he just says, cars. I went, yep. How would you describe it? But cars. So I need to think about that a bit more because he's just obsessed with cars. He likes, but I think, you know, he'll talk about like an old fashioned taxi. So like, and for that's like the New York taxi cab. So maybe I can think of doing something like that. Or, you know, my dad said to him, sports cars go fast. So that needs to be a red. I just have to think a little bit harder because he's not going to give me kind of feeling prompts. But there we have 6 inks. Gorna, which is a goldish with a shimmer. Mex, a dark blue with a bit of a sheen to go with Rosa Mexicano. Inspired by being scared by a T-Rex. We have Wash Your Face with Orange Ink, inspired by Wash Your Face with Orange Juice. Purple Sings Beautiful, a purple with a pink shimmer. And Pink E, a very dark pink. Yeah, I don't know what to say. That became stressful as I wasn't getting it right, which is ridiculous. It shouldn't be stressful. Very, very long video. If you do, I'm not going to be able to do videos of this length for, you know, all the time, but every now and then, yeah, I always feel we're being like, leave a comment below. What I would actually genuinely love to know is which bit of this video was more interesting. Was it actually just swatching the ones I had made and just showing them to you as a finished product, and then separate to that showing you how that, you know, those Wearingle cards, or longer with trial and error, kind of going through this whole process that we went through, or even, you know, I could have my computer next to me and get some back and forth ideas with AI for, like, you know, for example, when I go to do the K-pop Demon Hunter ones, thinking about, so some of these more are like the adjective prompts, but I haven't really started thinking about colors. Yeah, that would be great if you had any thoughts on that, really what you would prefer. But thank you for hanging around with me. Sorry for some of the stop-start in the video and the little bit of shadowiness going through. It's been fun, and this whole experience actually of creating things like this has been fun. I hope she enjoys it, and I hope you have, and I'll speak to you again soon.